All right, what up, y'all? Welcome to the latest episode of Giggles, Irene Radio. If you didn't already know, you could stream us on SoundCloud, Audio Mac, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, watch us on YouTube. Most likely, wherever you stream music, we are there. Be sure to make sure... Oh, my God. Here I go. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, and share. Today's special guest is... Can I say you're everyone's homie? You're kind of like everyone's homie, right? Yeah.
Everybody loves Dreebo.
Yeah, he's everybody's homie, the one and only Dreebo.
What's good?
How are you?
How you doing? I'm doing good. Can't complain.
No, right. I mean, you could complain, and then it's like when nothing changes, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah. You've been working really hard.
A little bit. I've been doing a little bit out
here. Don't short shit yourself. Come on.
Nah, I just let the work speak. But yeah, I've been going crazy, dropping a song every day.
Yeah.
Since January 1st.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. Before that, like I said, before the mics turned on, I told them I did a little bit of research. I basically just want the listeners to get to know you a bit, just so that they're not just like, oh, he's another artist. Like you are, but there's a story.
Yeah,
So you're a 90s baby.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
Okay, we're both 90s babies.
If you got Google, you can find out.
Right? So you were kind of able to watch hip hop kind of like transform. We've all kind of watched it.
Yeah. I feel like I was like super young in the early stages, but like from like late 90s to 2000.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I grew up in. Ludacris was like the fucking hardest rapper.
Right?
You know what I mean? Like, I was paying attention during those times.
Is that what you were listening to a lot, like Ludacris, like that?
A lot of the popular stuff.
Okay.
But like my favorite rapper is Lupe Fiasco.
Oh, okay.
So, like,
that makes so much sense.
Yeah, that's something that was just like consistent through my iPod.
Oh, okay. So you had all the mixtapes and stuff. Yeah.
So
okay.
Download stuff on LimeWire and all that.
Yeah. What's so funny is I admire Scotty Beam. I don't know if you know who that is.
Yeah.
And she was saying like, oh, I'm going to make a Lupe Fiasco playlist. And I was like, lit.
Really?
Then she was just like, I can't do it. None of his mixtapes are on there. Like I can't miss out on those jams. And I'm just like, yeah, you're right.
His mixtape game is crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, it's crazy.
I fucks with her too.
Oh, yeah, I fuck with her too. Has your taste of music changed over the years? Or is it still like in that Lupe Fiasco box?
It's still like around there. It's kind of always been wide variety.
Okay.
Because I kind of like grew up listening to what my mom listened to, and she would go from like Tupac to Anita Baker.
Okay,
What I mean? And then from Anita Baker to Bob Marley to Sizzler to Beanie Man. And then, so I grew up listening to a lot of different stuff. Like my go-to is really like R&B for real.
Okay. Okay.
But like, yeah, my musical taste pretty much the same. I listen to a whole bunch of stuff, like Emojin Hep and all kinds.
Yeah.
I be out there sometimes.
And is it like important for you to put that influence in your music, or are you just like solely whatever feels right to you?
Whatever feels right. Like my music is really like me creating what I felt in that moment when I was in the studio.
Okay.
Most of the time, and I listen to other stuff to kind of like get inspiration and just really because I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. So you didn't always have dreams of being an artist, did you?
Nah, not really.
So
I never thought I would be.
Really? For real. So you really thought like, it was purely just going to be football?
Yeah, that was like,
okay.
If you would ask me, 10 years ago, I'm like, I'm finna be in the league.
Yeah. What team did you imagine yourself being on, or you just knew you wanted to be?
Choose, but my favorite team, the Broncos. So if they would have picked me up, I would have cried.
Yeah. Aw, sure. That would have been so cool. So explain how that change like came about for you from football into music.
Yeah, so that kind of like happened while I was in college.
Okay.
In like 2011, I want to say, I was at Pittsburgh State University, and me and the homies, it's off season or whatever. Like practice ain't started yet, so we like we just messing around. We got the little iPhone earphones. We got GarageBand, just making some bullshit shit, downloading it from YouTube or whatever. And then I just like, it was just like for fun, like whatever, killing time. Then I transferred schools and I went to Missouri S&T. Okay, and that's where like I was roommates with 3 other people from LA.
Oh, okay,
and 2
that's
of
cool.
them, like one of them sang and rap, and one of them made beats. So we just be in the house, and the homie got the MPC and shit. He's making beats, and we're like, I never been around music enough like that. Like my older brother made music, but he's older than me, so I was never really like in the studio with him.
Oh, there's like a big age gap.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I was never really like in the studio, and so my roommate, shout out to homie AC, he just be making beats all the time. And next thing you know, like I made a song called "I'm Already Knowing."
Yeah.
And then we shot a video on campus and shit.
Oh, that's
and then
tight.
I walk around campus, people like, Dreebo, I'm already knowing. And I'm like, well, shit, this is kind of...
Can people still find that online?
Yeah, you probably can.
Oh, wow, that's funny.
I got dreads and shit.
Really? That's hilarious. I gotta find that. Yeah, I'm gonna share it on Twitter. Be like, hidden gem.
For real. The song trash now, but you feel me? At the time, I thought it was
but
lit.
your growth, people could see your growth.
Yeah, you
know?
for sure can. And that's, I'm not a artist that hides that either. So I think it's dope to see like how far I've come from that song.
Yeah.
And then so like I just started following that interest, and then I was like making records from like till like 3 a.m, getting up at 6, going to practice, going to classes, and then at the end of the day, like 8 o'clock, locking back in, being in there till 2, 3 in the morning. And then, it wasn't
even a passion yet. It was just like a hobby.
It was just like I'm interested in this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep going. Like I asked I was broke. I was in college. So like I ain't had no money. I asked my brothers. They was, I'm like, hey, y'all can buy me this equipment. My brother bought me like a little MIDI keyboard. My other brother bought me an interface. And then I spent like $200 on a mic and
wow.
Yeah, and I was just like figuring out how to get the equipment.
Yeah.
Got the equipment. And just kept recording and kept following my interests. And then it came a point where I was too injured to play football. Like I had 4 surgeries in 5 years. And I was just like, do I continue to try and pursue that? Or I started, music started filling the void I had for football. Yeah. And then I was just like, I'm finna just go all in on the music.
That's really dope that your brothers were able to support you.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, because... Yeah,
it's kind of hard to get that support early on too. So I'm for sure like very appreciative of that because they didn't have to do it. Yeah. It's crazy how I don't think our older siblings realize how much of an influence they have on us, because I don't think I would have liked hip hop as much if I didn't want to be like my older brother, because I would always be getting in trouble for like, why are you listening to that? Well, he listens to it. Why can't right. It's just it's crazy for sure. And what's little to them, be big to us.
Yeah. It's like, oh, it's so cool. He gets to go to a concert.
Yeah, like, you just admiring all the freedom they got and stuff, the car, the phone. Like, Dad, you got a sidekick. You got a. What is it called? A 2-way? You got a 2-way? Yeah, I want a 2-way.
Oh my God, it's funny. And now it's like, well, I don't know how it is, but with you, but my older brother would be like, oh, dude, I want to do what you do. And I'm just like, I want to do this because like I thought you were doing shit like this, like,
Sure.
But yeah, funny. It's crazy.
Come around full circle.
So now with you being an artist, right? You're pretty much a one-man team.
Yeah, basically.
Right? So how did that come about? Like you learning engineering and stuff? Were you just like YouTubing it, practicing? Like
I would just like honestly just self-taught from YouTube to trusting my ear. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier, I grew up on a lot of different sounds, a lot of different types of music. So a lot of it is trusting my ear and just but believing that I got a good ear for music. And then the intricate stuff, I would really like book sessions at studios and pay attention to what the engineer was doing.
Oh, okay.
And like ask questions and stuff like, what plugin is that, or what does that do, or what when you EQ and what's your purpose, what, you know what I mean? And just learning over time from those kind of sources just allowed me to kind of be where I'm at with it. And I'm still like, I feel like I'm still early on, because engineering is such like its own craft, producing is its own craft, being an artist is its own separate. So it's like I feel like I'm at a good level but I'm just like still know I have room to grow and want to get better at it. Yeah. Do you ever feel like overwhelmed and you're like, damn, I'm just gonna pay somebody to do this, or do you like having to do like every single thing? I like it because I could control the sound. Okay. And it's kind of like I know where I want to go with something. But like I don't do all my engineering. Like right now with 365, I'm doing all of it for the most part. Shout out to homie Luis. He helped me out a few months early on. But like certain projects and stuff, I'll go to somebody who I know can do a better job.
Oh, okay. That's good, because sometimes I just like that, like your ego kind of didn't get to you while you're in the studio, because a lot of people just want to like watch over the board and are not afraid to ask questions.
Yeah.
But that's what you got to do to learn.
Yeah, exactly. You got to keep learning.
Yeah, and everything in like music changes all the time, so you have to be open to asking questions and stuff like that. So we're gonna get into your music now. So it's been everywhere because you've been releasing one song since January 1st. Like, crazy. Where did the idea come from? Because there's like over flooding, and then there's like you're kind of like dripping it on us like one by one, So what was your thought process on like, I'm gonna do this?
So I seen a video on YouTube with Gary Vee and Nipsey Hussle while like in 2017.
Yeah.
And that's where I first got the idea. I saw that video. They were in the studio and they were talking about like just the future of music and a bunch of different stuff around that. Yeah. And Gary Vee was like, one day he's gonna be a big time artist. He gonna drop 365 songs, start on January 1st and just go. Yeah. And he was like, if you got it like that, you should do it. And I always liked the idea, and it stuck with me. Yeah. And then I just never committed to it because it's a big thing. Yeah. It's like, you come out and say it and then you don't deliver. Yeah, yeah. So I just like the idea, and then it kind of just went to the wayside. I'm gonna just drop projects, or I'm gonna drop a couple singles. I'm gonna do some features, whatever. Yeah. Then the pandemic hit. Okay. And in 2020, I was like, damn, this is the year I could have been doing the 365. Yeah. Like, everybody in the house on the phone. Yeah, like, I should have been doing anything. Right, yeah. So I'm like, damn. So we come to the end of the year, and I'm like, I had planned to drop 4 projects in 2020.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then I was like, we don't know what 2021 look like. If the world gonna open up, what's the deal? So I was like, if any time is the good time to do it, now's a good time. So I probably started with like a 50 song head start, from those songs for those different
projects. And, like,
throwaways and different stuff like that. So I was like, I just worked on those 50 and then started making new songs like late December. And then, 222 just came out today. Yeah. So
damn, that's crazy. I was gonna ask you too, like, where did those songs come from? Were they just like old hard drives that you were just like, this one's okay, this, or how do you determine what?
The first maybe the first month and a half come from that. Besides like Shut the Fuck Up, I made that in December. Okay, I just kind of pushed that up the list because I like that song. It had potential.
You didn't want it to get lost in the sauce.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna come out the gate crazy. Yeah, it's like if I drop the first song, I was like, I'm gonna drop like 5 straight that go crazy. And then people gonna be like, damn, he's starting like this, like, you know what I mean? And by 200 and something, you know what I mean, just be like, damn, he's still going and he started like that. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a little wow factor. Okay. But yeah, I'm making it as I go. Been making music all year.
Do you feel like extra pressure because you're just like, damn, like that song was better than the one I dropped the other day, or like how? Like,
because I already like within myself like had a conversation with myself, like everybody ain't gonna like everything 365 songs. Yeah. So I just accepted that already. Some gonna hit, some gonna miss, but they all shots.
Yeah, and that's the mental I feel like every artist should have with every project, because not everybody's gonna like the whole project.
Ain't for everybody, so it's like that's just
exactly. So for someone who wants to kind of like mirror your steps, either dropping one song a day or even like one song a week, like what advice would you give them?
Make the 365 songs first. That's probably the best one I'll give you, man. Make the 365 first, and don't tell nobody that you made them first. Yeah. You save yourself a lot of in the moment, because I'm telling you, I'm working crazy hard right now. But like,
wait, so you're still like making like how many more do you have until you like run out?
The song Yesterday was made yesterday.
Oh shit!
Yeah, we going like that.
Oh my god!
The song today was made today. The song tomorrow was made today, and I ain't got one after that. We just keeping it going.
Oh my god. Okay. So how do you? Damn. I'm kind of gonna stress you out a little bit.
Why?
Okay. So, what if you run out of shit to talk about because you're like worried? Not worried, but like you're focused on making that one song, and you don't have time like to go outside.
So what I started doing So I got to, I feel like I've hit like all the super hard points already.
Okay.
Like there was a point in February, I was like, man, I ain't gonna make it at like song 36. I was like, I don't know how the hell I'm gonna get to 365. And then I found a way. And then, you know what I mean? I've had built my lead back up, and then my aunt died. I went to Chicago. I had a song for the day I got back. Mm-hmm. Did an interview that day, and then made a song that day for the next day. And kind of like since like June 15th, I just been making them every day.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, if I could do that, I know for sure I'm gonna make a song. Mm-hmm. Like there's gonna be a song every day for the rest of the year. Like, that's just something I'm gonna make sure of. So it's just like I just believe that.
Yeah.
I just make it happen.
Oh hell no! I would be stressed as fuck. I don't.
Sometimes like, it get tight, but I don't know. I just like there's always something to say.
Yeah, I guess. And then you could always like. I think what a lot of artists forget too is that you could always tell somebody else's story. Obviously, we all want to tell our own, right?
For sure.
Like even if we're not an artist, like we all love talking about ourselves.
I definitely do that too. Draw from stories I know or people I know and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I just feel like these are joints too. Like I'm not trying to make album records.
Okay.
You know
okay.
what I mean? They joints. So
yeah.
Cool.
Okay, that's true.
And stuff, so
see, that's how. I just overthink everything. So in my head, I'm just like, damn, what are you doing? But like, yeah, you're the artist. You know what the fuck you're doing.
I mean, at some point soon, I'm going to build that lead back up and get it back. But yeah, it's been hectic.
Yeah.
So I just been making it happen.
Well, you've been doing it. So, So after 365, are you going to like take a year off?
Nah, hell no. I'm going to drop some projects next year.
Okay.
I'm deciding how I want to come back. I might come back and keep flooding music. Mm-hmm. I might just like space it out a little more.
Yeah.
I got a joint project that I'm working on with Two Senses Beats.
Okay.
And they produce Shut the Fuck Up. So we're working on like
good. That shit hard.
Yeah,
okay.
We're working on like a joint project around that sound.
Okay.
So we probably like, I don't know, we got like probably 12 songs right now.
Okay.
Try to make more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Choose from. But yeah, I'm an artist that I like to drop music. That's also why I ain't signed, 'cause I like to just go.
You want to have your own control on that.
And I like to go when the light is green, I'm not able to be like, I gotta get this approved. That don't really work for me.
Yeah. It's like asking permission to go out.
The type of
I'm
person
grown. Like
it's the type of person I am. Like if I like this song and I feel like it could go, like I'm gonna drop it.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel it. So I want to talk about Shut the Fuck Up.
Oh yeah.
Because that shit hard.
Appreciate it.
What made you want to say like that one is gonna be a single? Because technically they're all singles. Yeah. Right. But that one is like that's the single. Yeah. So why that one?
Honestly, it felt like the right one.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
One of the people I had on the team at the time, she was running social media for me, and I had that record, and she was like, I feel like this could be like one that go on TikTok or whatever. And so we kind of we looked into that record a little more. I'm like, yeah, we kind of like that. You know what I mean? And so we was like, we did a social media campaign with Ashley Imani, and then she skated to it. Yeah. And then we saw the response and was like, oh yeah, that's the song. It's just like it just flew.
Kept going, yeah.
Yeah, and we're like, all right, that's the song. So we gotta keep pushing that regardless.
Yeah. And
so we was trying to put the video together. I just wanted to take my time to do it right. You know what I mean? And I love how it came out. It came out in June, so it was like the perfect timing of the year. And it was just honestly that song chose itself. Yeah.
You just sometimes it happens like that, and then you just have to let everything else unfold,
Exactly. And it took like a month before it really like people started posting about it or hitting me about it and stuff, and I'm like, damn. Yeah. All right, well, we're gonna look into this one.
That's why music Twitter be talking about how like just because you released it like a month ago doesn't mean that like everybody has received it yet, and that's like truly a perfect example of that.
And as the artist, it's hard because we like every song. We like this every song. Yeah. Hit.
And then every song y'all don't like ends up being what the fans like.
Exactly.
That
happens a lot too.
That's crazy. You know how many like hidden gems y'all probably have that we would love that you guys are just like.
See, that's why I do stuff like 365 because I'm like, I'm gonna put everything out.
Okay.
Because it's just like,
because it's like, well,
the one that I'm like, and I throw it to the side, like, that might be the one everybody loves.
Yeah.
I would have never knew.
Dang, that's true. Yeah, well, everybody needs to get on their 365.
Not 365, but you feel me?
But y'all need to do something.
Out,
yeah. When you began doing music, you moved to San Francisco.
Yeah.
Why would you leave the city?
Man. So I left really for school.
Okay.
And then school took me to the Midwest, and then it was just like, go to LA, go to the Bay. I had spent some time in the Bay earlier because I was in JUCO. My girl was at the it was living in the Bay at the time. So I'm gonna just go to the Bay.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize how hard it is to like break through in the Bay because they're like so homegrown themselves and stuff. So as an outsider, it was some work, but I met a lot of good people that I'm still like tapped in with today.
That's dope.
So it was definitely worth it.
Yeah, that was before like Empire was up there snagging everybody.
Yeah,
so
I
like,
wish they was there
because you really had no thing. Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
Reps of elbows or something like. Yo, what's the deal?
Yeah, because I feel like now it's easier.
Yeah, I feel like they were just starting out because I was there like 2014.
Okay.
Yeah, so they wasn't like booming like right now.
Yeah,
they might have existed just low key.
Yeah. You didn't run into the right person yet.
Dude, I ain't go to the right studio.
Yeah.
For real.
You think if you were to make that move now, if it would like change anything, or you just...
Damn. Knowing what I know now, I probably would have went to LA first.
Okay.
Just because I just like, at the time, I wasn't 100% committed to music. I was
okay.
trying to be a firefighter. I was like working at Sports Authority. I was just like...
You were regular.
I wanted to do music. Yeah, I wanted to do music, but it's like, you got life, you know what I mean? You got people telling you, hey, you could do this and then do music. You know, so it's like, I was just in that little crossroad. Yeah. And then maybe like late 2016 was when I was like, man, fuck this shit. I'm about to 100%. Like, music or bust. Yeah.
Was that scary? What was your mindset on that? You were just like, I'm just going to bite the bullet, fuck it.
Yeah, basically. It just came to a point where I was so unhappy. Like, I was working at a startup. It was cool, like cool money and all that, and job, and it was cool, but I just wasn't happy. Yeah. And then it was just like, man, I really want to do music.
Yeah, you got to take that risk or you'll never know.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was just getting older. I was like 26, and I'm like, bro, like, you know, at some point you're gonna have to jump.
Not
off
that
the cliff.
Age matters, but yeah,
no, age for sure don't matter. But it does matter for like if you're jumping off the cliff. Like really, you can jump off the cliff at any point, but like at some point you're gonna have to. So you might as well do it while you're younger than when you're older. So I was like, man, I'm only getting older. I gotta jump now.
Dang. So your advice to somebody is just
jump when you're young.
Yeah, that's what I tell people. Like, okay, because like, I mean, obviously, like, don't fuck up your life or whatever. Yeah. Like, you know, like, make sure your bills are paid. Do whatever you got to do, like, to be an adult. Yeah. But at the same time, like, I should be taking my own advice because it took me a long time to learn this. But like, you have to give your all to whatever it is that you want, you know.
Sure. You gotta be all in on something. You know, everything. You know, I mean, some people pick music, some people pick sports. Yeah. But like the successful people at whatever they picked, they was like all in on it.
Yeah, and it's scary, but you know, if not, I always go back to, it was a Gary Vee interview too, where he said that he interviewed. He talked to like a bunch of people in like elderly homes. Oh yeah. And that their biggest regret was like not chasing their dreams. And it's just like, bro, I don't want to do that.
You know what
like,
I'm
I don't want to be that person.
Be 80, like,
yeah, like fun.
What if I would have?
You know, exactly.
Like, I can't do that. I rather fail and find out than to wonder.
Exactly. And then you could fail, and then you learn from that, and then you try again, and like sometimes you just never know.
Sometimes you fail and fall into something better.
Exactly. Yeah. And there's a lot of things that people could do in the music industry. I was just talking to
that's another thing people don't realize too, and that's what I learned going into it too. Yeah. Like I'm an artist and I want to be an artist, but like the more I learned into it, like a part of this 365 is also me just like throwing vibes out because I'm trying to be a songwriter. You know.
Oh, okay. Like,
I'm trying to write records for other people. So it's like, this also, you know. It's like a resume, essentially. Exactly.
Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff you could do. There's songwriting, producing. You could like mixing, mastering, engineer, tour managing.
There's regular people out here making fire records for TV and film. Just
Exactly. Yeah, that too.
You walk on the street,
you can make little jingles for Oreo or whatever the fuck ever.
Exactly, for real. And they making good money too.
Yeah.
Like that's literally what they do for
you just at home collecting a check. Nobody has to bug you.
I just got tapped in with that world. I'm like, damn, that's what y'all do? Like this is fire. Like,
right?
But people, that's a side that doesn't really get seen.
Yeah. And also a lot of people I feel like want to be in the limelight, which is fine. Yeah, but sometimes it's like, it might be better. Like sometimes it's just better money to just not have anybody know who you are.
Yeah.
For sure. And you have less people asking you for money too.
Got more peace too. Everybody ain't got something to say about it.
Exactly. Yeah. So I want to talk about tour. Even though a lot of people aren't really touring right now, but so you toured with Schoolboy Q, with Bale and TF and such. How was that? Did you get to? Because a lot of people go on tour with artists and they don't really get to interact with the artists. Were you able to interact with Schoolboy?
Yeah. I know him. We got some mutual friends from a long time, so I kind of known him for a while.
Okay.
But shout out to TF. He the reason I was on that.
Oh, okay.
He was on the tour and we got some records together. Yeah, you feel me? We got some records together, so he let's do it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, let's. That was my first real tour, a few city dates.
Okay.
So it was a dope experience.
Yeah.
The Oakland show was crazy. It was Seattle show was crazy. We were supposed to do Utah, but then I got snowed in. We was driving there and had to turn around. And
oh my God, fuck that.
Yeah, we
oh my God.
They don't even bother because it snowed out. They canceled the show and shit.
That was your first tour, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my first going on multiple dates and on the road with it.
Yeah. What did you learn from that? Besides shit could get canceled because of weather.
Man, I learned one, this is what I really want to do.
Okay.
Even though I already knew that, but just
it was it cemented it for you.
Yeah, and it was man, I gotta get on another tour.
Yeah.
Or I gotta get big enough to have my own tour. And then I also learned just the preparation behind what it takes for
okay.
to execute at that high level for multiple dates. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been to other Q shows and tours, so I've seen multiple dates in different locations and stuff like that. But it was just, I don't know, it's just people in the crowd and just people on video you just see the artist performing, but it's a bunch of rehearsals went into that or different things, and he know when he jumping, when he, different points in the song, all that shit is just super thought out.
So you kind of got to be a fly on the wall, literally.
Sure.
Yeah, that's
and
tight.
That's, those are some of the best moments.
And that's cool because it's Schoolboy. So
exactly. He's one of the greats.
Yeah, he's a dope performer too. So with COVID, I know you said it kind of prepared you for 365, but how else did it impact you? Did it impact you
Not really.
No.
It nothing really changed for me because I got a clothing brand that's online.
Okay.
We ain't got no storefront, so it's just same order of operations for me. And then with our restaurant, our family restaurant, it stayed open because it's an essential business because it's food. So
okay. Yeah.
Nothing really changed for me. I kind of got more busy because the restaurant started picking up a little more with people supporting independent businesses, black-owned businesses like that. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
The restaurant, that's where you had the
video.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because I saw in the email and I was like, this address looks familiar.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
That's tight. So since your event was there at your family's restaurant, have they always been supportive of you doing music, or were they kind of are you sure you want to do this? Or?
Nah, they've always been supportive of
that's cool.
Whatever I do. They just want me to be doing something. Don't be out here robbing, stealing, going to jail, doing just do something
regular
positive.
Parental stuff. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That wasn't really tripping. I think now they're starting to see the level I'm doing it, and, my capabilities and doing songs with some bigger people and doing things the tour, so they eyes is opening more, they're paying a little more attention.
They understand. Yeah. My parents are barely starting to understand, so I feel it.
Yeah, my parents old school though, you know what I mean? So they just, I'm just their son regardless.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I feel it kinda. So with all the singles that you're dropping, which you still have a handful more to go, how are you gonna how are you using all these singles to go about growing your fan base? Because that's really what it initially is, right?
Really, it's just like really just like I said earlier, just shooting the shots, right? So it's just like continuing to try and put out a song to get that one song. You know what I mean? And hopefully when I get that one song, then it's like people can go back and realize, you know what I mean, what I've been doing. Because there's a lot of songs, like there's songs that I like, you know what I mean, that I'm like, oh, y'all should love this, but you know, it's gonna get lost in the sauce a little bit. And then, you know, the more I do, the more opportunities I get, you know, and the bigger and bigger the brand grows, it's gonna allow people, new people who find out about me, to trickle back down. Like for instance, I did a jerk chicken, like Jamaicans try each other's jerk chicken video for BuzzFeed. And then like I got a lot of followers from that.
Oh, that's tight.
Like almost, like, I don't know, 2 million or some million something views, hella views. And people was coming from the jerk chicken and then tapping in with the music.
Oh, that's tight.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's basically just that concept. And then also just to build myself a catalog. So let's say I go sign a deal in 2 years or next year or something, I still got all this 365 music that I own. That you own, and then they won't be able to like, you know what I'm saying? So I do one album under the label, and it's like I blow up, I still got this 365.
They're gonna go back and because everything trickles down to everything else. Oh, that's so smart. I want to talk about your clothing brand.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So how did that start?
That started in like 2000, like late 2016, 2017 when I first moved back to LA. When I was planning to. At first I just did like I was just doing merch for music, because I just see like a lot of the artists I look up to, they got merch. Like it goes hand in hand. I look at like a Nipsey Hussle, like the Marathon, like it just, I'm like, if I'm like, I'm trying to be like that, like I'm trying to have it hand in hand.
You're trying to be a businessman.
You know. And I come from an entrepreneurial background, so I'm
that's
thinking
true.
like, all right, how do I maximize this brand of Dreebo? And so I started off just making merch. And I would like drop music, have merch, drop music, have merch. And then when I didn't have no music, people wanted merch. So I started dropping merch when I didn't have music. And now there's people who shop or know the brand and don't even know I own it. So it's just kind of like created its own life of its own.
Yeah, that's tight. Where can people find all your merch?
Shopthehomies.com.
Shopthehomies.com. Okay, I'm going to have the link below in the description.
Yeah, shopthehomies.com. You feel me? We got some new stuff dropping. I kind of been taking too long to drop it, but it's coming.
Well, it's because you're busy making songs every day.
For real, I need to hire somebody. You got some interns and stuff.
See, this is what happens. It's cool when you do everything yourself, but then it's like
man, you gotta have patience, because sometimes everything can't get out when you want it to be.
It's all about divine timing, I guess, right?
For real.
From all the music that you're releasing, what is it that you want fans to take away from it the most, if anything?
Man, I think my versatility.
Okay.
If I could like choose one thing that I want people to take away, just like how versatile I am.
Yeah, because not everything sounds the same at all.
And it's just like I could do so many different things. And like, you know, I appreciate that of myself.
Yeah.
So it's like, if I want anybody to see something from this, like, damn, he made 365 songs and they all sound different.
They all sound different, yeah. They didn't want to put you in a box.
Yeah, you know.
Where it's like, oh, that song sounds like the last one.
Yeah. Exactly.
Is that how you release them too? You're just like, this one sounds different from this one?
At first I was kind of like curating the months. But then now it's just like,
you're like, I don't care. I need to get this shit out. I need to stay consistent. Fuck this.
You get what I make. But I intentionally make sure I'm not just like putting out no blah blah.
You're not like poop titty scoop.
Yeah, like, you feel me? Like, you gonna get some. Every song got some kind of message or some kind of vibe. Like it's still intention behind it. But it's just like, the order isn't put together anymore.
What else can we expect from you besides a new song every day?
Man, right now, new song every day. I'm working on some more videos, so if people like certain songs, hit me up, tell me. You know, I just asked the other day like what songs I should do a video to. A few people gave me some good ideas, so working on that. I'm about to perform at Payday LA.
Oh, that's right, you
August 31st. Yeah, so everybody pull up to that. We're about to do a look, and then just continue working on this project that I got with Two Senses, and you know, just continuing to make music. Continuing to put it out. and just, I've been building for a long time, and just it's been growing every year. There's something better or new opportunities. So I'm just, continuing to move forward and progress.
You got to keep the flood coming.
So that's my plan. That's what you're gonna get from me.
Is there anything else you want to speak on before we get out of here?
Nah, shopthehomies.com. Payday LA, August 31st.
All the links will be below.
You feel me? Song every day. Don't worry about it.
Let the people know where they can find you on social media.
Oh yeah, you can find me on all social medias at the homie Dreebo, Dreebo.
Make sure you guys follow him on all social media platforms. All the links and everything will be below. And thank you for pulling up.
Nah, I appreciate you for having me.
I hope that this doesn't delay the song you have to release. For
nah, you good. I had a good day today. I did.
Okay, that's good.
So I got one for tomorrow.
Okay, that's good.
I'm trying to build my lead back up. So I might bust out like 3-4 joints tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay.
Good for the week.
Fucking dead. Well, I'm glad we didn't delay you.
Nah, you're good.
Thanks for pulling up.
Nah, I appreciate you.
We out.